Hey guys, it's Julian the MLM Giant Killer here, and right now I'm actually putting together some photos that I want to use in a Power Network contest video. So as I was looking through my past videos, I thought I just want to take you guys on a trip on memory lane. So like right now, I'm making some money. You've seen the videos that I put out. Like I had a $3,000 commission the other day, but I just wanted to rewind back to the times when times weren't so good, when when it was a bit of a struggle, and when and actually this picture that you see here, it was way back when it was like 4 or 5 months ago, and it was the point where I was very desperate and was my business failed, and so days and days, I was just staying at home, living very cheap with the family. We were spending the bare minimum. We weren't going anywhere because any place we went was gonna rack up, some costs. But obviously, I felt that I mean, I don't want to go nuts by myself. I don't want my family to go nuts together, right? So I thought, one day we just decided to take the bus out. I have a car, but I didn't feel like driving it because I didn't want to pay the car park fee. So we went out on bus and we got back home by bus, and that's why I was slinging a bag on, as you can see right there. So this was. I mean, my daughter, she saw a toy store. She wanted to go into the toy store, so I was like, okay, well, we're gonna go into the toy store in that case, and and we went in the toy store, and then she was looking at these stuff. I mean, she's a little bit of a tomboy, so she kind of picks up the very boy kind of stuff. I think I kind of influenced her to be a remote control car kind of person. So she was walking through the alleys, and there I was. I was looking away, and just seeing what she picks. I was like, hopefully it's not going to be too expensive. And then this was the next picture. I think she was looking at some remote control cars, as I mentioned, and then but she didn't take it. She didn't take it. I think I'll get to that in a while. All right, and then here she was looking at some scooters. I mean, she likes scooters. She now has two scooters at home. Not just that, she's also got a motorized one. So she's got a fair bit of stuff, and that's still okay because and next picture. This one was, let's see. Okay, so if you find that video is chopped up, it's because I kind of got a chronology wrong. And this was when she was looking at some of those expensive toys. I mean, Thomas and Friends, how much those stuff cost? My God, it's like you can't get anything for less than $30, And there she's also holding some stuff that I'm going to tell you about later on. But she's looking at those Thomas and Friends stuff. I mean, if she picks one of those, my God, like I used to make like an easy, 80 to $100 per hour. So and that's no problem. But the thing is that I was making nothing for like days, so that was really stressful. And you actually get to see this stress like right here when you see in my face. You just see it. It's like that's me, and like, oh my God, can't be good, and what she's gonna take, it better not be too expensive. um, and then finally we get on to this one here, and I would say, I mean, yeah, she's really cute, and she's such a great daughter. I mean, like, her expression was like this one. So she was looking around, and like, that one, okay, that doesn't seem too keen. That one, that doesn't seem too keen. But she didn't cry, she didn't complain. But she's like, okay, can I have this one? And this was, like, it was, how many was that? A dozen, one of those pull back and go kind of toy cars. I mean, I still have it around the house somewhere. Um, as a matter of fact, I'm gonna grab it. Alright, so these were actually those toy cars that she got. It was from the pack as well. and as you can see, it's really inferior. It's actually knockoff from China. The package looks all cool and stuff, but it's really garbage. And it was like 12 for 450, so that's about $4 US. 12 for 450. I was like, okay, I can afford that. Okay, let's get it. But it's kind of thoughtful because I think she kind of knew, that I mean, she knew that I wanted to get something, but she also knew that I had trouble affording it, and so then she just was like, okay, how about this one? I'm good at that. And I was like, okay, awesome. If that's what you want, I'm going to get you that. And so I did. And she had a lot of fun. She was playing it for days. I remember like on the way back, on the bus, she was already asking me to take it out of the box, and she was, like pulling back and just like running along the arm just like this, and then she was back home. She was playing. She didn't ask to play all of them at once. I think she kind of knew that. She's not going to get toys too often for a while because business wasn't good for Daddy. So she was like, okay, I'm gonna ration the toys that I get. So she was actually taking out like 1 or 2 cars a day. She could have played all of them at once, but she took out 1 or 2 cars a day, so that she wouldn't run out of new toys too fast. Which kind of makes me feel kind of. It was very bittersweet because the bitter part was that I couldn't afford it, but the sweet part was that she was trying to ration the toys that she gets, and I thought that was very nice, and it actually took a full week for her to finally get to the last one in the box. And I mean, once again, one of these silly cards. It took a full week to get to the last one in the box. And even then, she didn't complain. She started trying to find new ways to play these toys. She was trying to run them against each other. She was trying to, create ramps in the house using random boxes that she found, and that basically just to keep herself amused. And she was just trying to create scenarios like the cars in a race and this and that. But basically, it was just a simple toy. We didn't buy her stuff for many months because it was a very tough time. And later on, we did eventually get one of those Thomas the Train toys. We got a remote control car one, and I'll show it to you as well. So first, like I said, we didn't have a lot of money. So when we started off, we got this knockoff Thomas. It was a cheap one. It probably cost about like $8 or something. And as you can see, it's so cheap and weak that the battery cover's fallen off in the base, and the wheels just broke off, and that was the start. And then we got this one. This was finally the so-called the real McCoy. This was like, it was expensive. It's like 2 kilos. It's really heavy. It's like 2 kilos. It's like a tank. It's really strong. I mean, just dropped it a couple of times and nothing broke. Emits smoke from the top. And this one costs like about $50. It's remote control. It's got an infrared control. And it makes sounds. It makes the Thomas the Train sound. I'll play it to you. Yeah, so you want to play with this? Right, fluffy. So it makes train sounds and so if you can see, that's that's her walking away. So it makes the sounds and it's what she wanted, Like I was showing those pictures. It's what she wanted. So she wanted one of these stuff for quite a while. It wasn't like, I think it was 2 months. It was 2 months later that I could finally afford to get it. It was um, it was when, by the time I was making about I was making about $4,000 a month from Empower Network, and it was I was still in debt, but I was able to pay off my debts and credit cards because Empower Network had income. They came in. So, I mean, just thinking about the times that we had, I would be nowhere without Empower Network. So Empower Network is, and will be, the opportunity that everyone should do, because it changes lives, and it changed my life, and it's gonna change your life as well. Sorry, it's gonna cut a video right here.